Hi, this is Tom from i4 Automation. I'm just going to do a quick video here today to show you the copy and paste function inside VisiLogic, as it's got a couple of quirks to it that it's worth being aware of when you're building your HMI inside VisiLogic for your Vision or Samba controller. As you can see here, I've got a HMI editor open inside VisiLogic. And I've got an element here, say the switch, and I want to paste that to somewhere else on the screen. Maybe I want to attach a different MB to it or something like that. So we can right click on that element and go copy, or press Control C with it highlighted, and then right click somewhere on the screen and select paste. Instantly we get a paste overlap error come up on the screen. It's basically telling us that there's already an element on the screen in the place where we want to paste that element. So the reason for that is it's trying to paste that new element in the same place as where the old one is. So we can simply move the original element out of the way and then right click again or press Control V to paste that element back onto the screen. And what it does is it pastes it in the location of where the original element was that you copied. And that's effectively the way that the copy and paste works inside VisiLogic. It wants to paste in the same location, so you need to move the original element out of the way before you do that. So you might also want to paste one element from this HMI screen that we've got inside our program onto another HMI display that we've got inside our program. So if I come over to our config here, I might want to paste the element on the screen here. If I right click paste or press Control V on this HMI, we're going to get the same paste overlap error come up on the screen. The reason for that is because we've got this button here, this right config button on the HMI, and that's in the way of where it wants to paste it. So the best way to work our way around that is to create a new display inside our project. This is going to be basically a sketch pad that we can build inside our project, and I can paste that element onto the screen here on this blank HMI display. We're not going to use this, we're not calling this display inside our project at all, we're just using it, as I say, like a sketch pad. I can then move this switch into a part of the screen that doesn't have anything on it inside the config HMI display, and then I can copy this new element that I've got on the screen, go back into our config HMI screen, right click and paste or Control V, and now we have the element on the screen in that new location. So we can then move that around the screen and move it wherever we want to. You can obviously resize the element, copy, paste the element, and then resize it again when it's in the new location. Say you wanted to put it in another place on the screen. That's another way of sort of getting a way around it. Another thing to be aware of when you're doing the copy and paste inside VisiLogic, if we wanted to take this HMI element here, which is a numeric value for setting the frequency of the drive, this has got keypad entry enabled on it, and we've got a description here that we can put in to say maybe enter hertz of drive run frequency. So now, whenever somebody opens up the keypad inside the project, whenever they press this element on the screen, it's going to open up a keypad, and they're going to get this as the title of the keypad to give them a reminder, a little prompt of what they want to put into the HMI, what they want to put into the frequency. If we were to copy this element and we wanted to use it twice on the same screen or on a different screen, if we ever copy this element, so I'll do the same thing again, copy, move the original out of the way, and then right click or Control V and paste. And now if I go into our new element that we've pasted, we have lost that description that we've put in there. It's basically removed it and just put a generic variable description in for the keypad. So if the keypad opens up, it's going to be just that element there on the screen, and it's only going to show us the description that we've got in here. The one that we've pasted does have the description of the keypad that we created originally, but it's just something to be aware of, that it does remove that description from the new element that you've pasted. The way to get around this, or the way that I would tend to do my workflow because of this little quirk, is to build up all of my screens, go through them, make sure I've copied and pasted all the elements that I'm going to paste, and then at the end of the process, I then go through and add the descriptions onto the keypad as a kind of one of the last processes of creating my HMI screen. Yeah, and that's basically all there is to it with the copy and paste. Just a little something to be aware of, something of how to make that pasting between different screens work. If you need any support or anything from i4 Automation on your Unitronics equipment, please feel free to get in contact with us. We're always available with UK stock, UK support, and UK training. Thank you very much.